Hello, class. I'm now going to cover cancer treatments. So, if you are interested in points, make sure to open this document, fill it out, and submit it via Google Docs or via Google Classroom. If you are not interested in points, you can just watch this for your information. All right, so cancer. Understand how cancer treatments work, we of course need to understand what cancer is. And so, for the purpose of understanding treatments, we need to understand primarily cancer is a cellular disease. Cancer is cells. So, how can you cure it? How do you cure a disease that is a cellular disease? Well, the first thing we need to understand is your body is made of cells. Cancer is made of cells. And so cancer is your body. Yes, it's a broken part, but it's your actual body. It's not something you catch. It's not what's called a pathogen. It is actually part of your body. So, when we talk about cells, to understand this, we want to understand what a cell is. This is not a cell. This is an artist's representation of a cell. And if this is what you think of when you think of cells, I don't think it's going to help you understand cancer. So again, this is not a cell. This is an artist drawing something. These are cells. This is a blood cell. On the top right, you can see all the different stains that people can use for staining cells. The bottom left is neurons, so those are the cells of your brain. And then on the right, those are fibroblasts, which is the fancy name of cells that are part of your connective tissue, what holds you together. And so this is what cells look like. Cells have jobs to do, and all cells look different depending on the jobs that they need to do. And of course, they differentiate during embryogenesis to become these different types of cells, right? And so again, in the middle, that is the image that everybody has in their mind when they think of a cell. That is not a cell. The images on the outside, those are actual cells. And then just to look at a couple cells in detail, these are cardiac cells, your heart, which are a type of muscle. And so you can see that they are long and thin, and the dark spots inside are their actual nuclei that are stained. And then here are the neurons that you already saw, and then on the right is a neural network. And so you can see all of the nerves connected to each other relaying information, so your body can respond and either think or do stuff. All right, so what makes cancer cells different than your other cells is they are not differentiated. They are not doing their job. They are dividing. The cells on the top, they are using all of their energy to do something to keep you alive. Cancer cells on the bottom, however, are not using their energy to do something. They're using all of their energy to divide. And so they are doing something very different from the rest of your cells in your body. Now, first off, is cancer a disease or many different diseases? Well, the answer is a little bit of both. So if we look at what makes all cancers the same, all cancers are made of cells. All cancers are caused by mutations in oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes, and all cancers are growing uncontrollably. So any cancer that anybody has, that is always the case. But every different type of cancer is different for various reasons, mostly because it depends on what type of cell it's in. The way that a cancer that is affecting your cell is going to affect you is different than if you have cancer of your heart or cancer of your brain or cancer of some other body part. So how are they different? Well, number one, incidence. How common it is varies. The symptoms vary greatly from cancer to cancer. My symptoms that I had with my skin cancer, I basically had none, were very different than when I had my rectal cancer, which had very specific symptoms related to my gastrointestinal system. How easy they are to detect varies. Some cancers are pretty easy to detect, others are very hard. How it spreads around the body is very different. The mortality rates, how likely you are to die or survive from a given type of cancer is very different. How you treat it is different. And then, even within an individual cancer, two different melanomas, even though they are technically the same type of disease, can behave very different depending on which mutations in which tumor suppressors and oncogenes you get. So, individual cancers within individual types are different. Okay, so the real question is, what is the challenge with killing cancer cells? All right, I want you to pause the video here and think of an answer before you move on. All right, very simply, cancer cells are your cells. So if we look at the top, that's you. If we look at the bottom, that's you, right? So how do I kill some type of cells without killing other cells? I remember in college, one of my professors said, "Oh, I know how to cure every cancer. Give everybody cyanide." And that's 100% true. Cyanide is a super deadly poison that kills all of your cells. So, yes, of course, it will kill cancer cells, but it will kill all of your cells. So, the challenge in coming up with a treatment for cancer is you need to be able to kill the cancer cells without killing the other parts of your cells, because remember, all of it is your cells. And so, if we look at this, you can see the tumor. So, again, how do I kill the tumor cells without killing the other cells? And then looking at two more, that is a breast cancer. So, how do you kill the breast cells in the middle without killing the healthy breast cells on the outside? And then finally, here is a brain tumor. And so, how do you kill the brain tumor, the brain cancer cells, while not harming the brain? All right. So, the next question I have for you is, how can you do this? How can you kill cancer cells without killing the other cells of the body?